introduce Tobi Staples, speaker and author. She's a trailblazer in personal development and emotional intelligence. Tobi is the founder of Alpha E-Mind Mastery, Empowering Emotional Mastery. She's authored self-help books, Turning Hell into Heaven, Your Best You, Wise Up to Rise Up, and You've Got It Bad, Do Ya? Walk in My Shoes. Her work reflects a deep understanding of human psychology and empowerment. Her mission is to infuse love and power through her podcasts, summits, workshops, and speaking engagements worldwide. Welcome to the show, Tobi. Good to see you here today.
I'm really so grateful that you guys have given me this opportunity to be with you. You guys are amazing, and this episode has been mind-boggling. It's amazing to be here with you all. I'm really happy.
Really enjoying the love story that we're seeing unfold, right? And it's been absolutely amazing. So Tobi, you mentioned in your bio that you beat death multiple times. So can you share what events led to your life-changing events and how did you thrive through those?
Oh wow, my whole experience of life has been we could say multiple roller coaster events that have led to death, literally. I've come back from total organ failure. I've refused amputation of my limbs. I have had to overcome heart attack 2 years ago again, flesh-eating disease that paralyzed half of my face. But I'm still here to talk about it, and it was very trialing, but it has been also very empowering because I found the good in it all, no matter what I was living. So that was the biggest thing. Like, being born into the life that I was created a state of destruction by pattern alone for me, which led me to extreme health issues, genetically, psychologically, mentally, and emotionally, which, drives your body to the edge of death. So, in order for me to master healing, I had to be driven to the edge of death several times.
Yeah, I find that interesting because for some people it takes something like that, and for others it doesn't, right? And for you it did, unfortunately, but also fortunately because of what you created from that. So I'm curious, what inspired you to start the Alpha E-Mind Mastery, and who's your ideal client for that?
Well, I'm so different in that aspect because I really feel that emotions should not be playing a governance in our everyday life. I wrote in my first book, I wrote a chapter that I believe that emotions are man-made, and I have been feeling the effects of that theory in my mind with more so than not the interactions that I have daily. This is what drove me to establish an e-mind mastery, an emotional mastery type of business that I'm just putting on the ground right now, but what I envision for it is for everybody to break free of the patterns of their conditionings that keep them in states of emotional destruction because it causes a very huge imbalance within. So I'm focusing on the e-mastery because I believe that it's going to empower people in a way that they can tackle everything and anything. And I want people to be in their fullest power of what's possible and not to be running from conditioning and emotional states that are destructive.
Wow, Tobi, you have written several books on self-improvement. Can you give us a brief summary of Turning Hell into Heaven and You've Got It Bad, Do You? I love the title of that.
Okay, well, Turning Hell into Heaven was literally me explaining to people how I turned my hell into heaven. I like to say that I was hardwired for hell since I was actually being created in my mother's womb. When your mother's living survival mode, well, you are being geared and conditioned your central nervous system for that environment before you're born. So I love to say that I'm a product of a living hell that I turned into a heavenly state. And this is what the first book is about, trying to empower people that they can take their living hell and the effects of it, create a toolbox out of that for themselves, for empowerment, and take all the pain of that and turn it into power. And simple tricks in that book, like easy meditations and mantras to stabilize the nervous system, because we have to calm it. So that was that book. And You've Got It Bad, Do You Walk in My Shoes is basically, I want people to realize, hey, it could be a lot worse than what it is. Take a walk in my life, and you're going to understand how blessed you really are primarily, that you haven't had to experience a lot of what I've had to live. And from there, empower yourself. It's all about empowerment, my books.
That sounds great. February is National Cancer Prevention Month. What advice do you have for our viewers that feel they are too busy to get their checkups?
Oh, it's a must-do because, I don't know if we had spoken about this, but I am a cancer survivor. So this ties in perfectly. I actually, when I was being told that I was going to die continuously, they had diagnosed me with cervical cancer. And at that time, the doctors said, okay, let's get on it and let's do the chemo. And I actually refused treatment completely. Telling them, well, if you guys believe that I'm going to die, just leave it alone and let it take its course. Well, I'm healed of it now. So I believe that everybody should get their checkups and be self-aware of what's going on with the body, because it speaks to you. But it also can heal itself. I'm living proof of that.
Yeah.
So, yes, I've healed cancer, cervical cancer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a pretty scary diagnosis. At this stage in your life, Tobi, what brings you the most joy and why?
Feeling like I've made a change positively in somebody's life. Because the greatest payment and joy for me is when I see another person's lights come on. It is life-changing for me. I know that I've had the impact that I intentionally wanted. And that's my biggest joy, really, because I'm here for a reason. I'm sorry. I'm here for a reason.
It's real life, right?
Yes, but I should have shut that off. But no, it's really, that is my biggest thing, is knowing that I've broken somebody free of their limiting beliefs about what's possible for themselves and expanded their power of possibility.
Wonderful. Well, Tobi, we would love to have you back on the show to continue our talk. If you have questions for Tobi, you can follow her on our private Facebook page called Thriving Women TV. Post your question in the comment section of the live show. Tobi will post her contact information in the group. During our break, we'll take a 4K tour of the virtual tour of the Santorini Greek island. Thriving Women Talk is sponsored by Thriving Women University, an affiliate of the Thriving Women Network. If you want to produce a franchise show, TWN provides the media network training, coaching, and mentoring. Visit our website on thrivingwomennetwork.com to learn more.